Hi, this is your astrologer Kira, and today, yeah, we are going to do the astrology. And for those who don't know this yet, for every eclipse season, I have this white purple hair on me. I'm looking a bit like a clown, but this is the time of changes, and I want to symbolize those changes in some way. So, if you do not know this yet, please subscribe, share, comment. I love to read your comments and to get the feedback related to my predictions. And you have to be aware that when I'm doing signs specifically, then you will have to look at the positions of your natal sun, moon, and rising sign and to listen to those predictions, although they could resonate with you or they might not resonate with you. This depends on many other factors, so the best way for you to know what is going on in your chart and what events in the future you can expect is to have a reading with the astrologer you like, you want, you resonate with this person. It could be me or it could be anyone else, so feel free. Don't just say this resonates, this doesn't resonate. This depends on many other factors. Okay, let's do our. Oh, we have such series of cold days here in Belgrade. Last year, at the end of June, we had 40 degrees of Celsius. You couldn't breathe outside, how hot it was, and now we have 16 degrees of Celsius. It's like the late winter or the middle of the fall months here, and it feels awful, and my throat is damaged. It is cold. Let's do our eclipse video. You might notice that all over the YouTube there are not so many solar eclipse videos for this summer, and if they are made together with the total lunar eclipse, which will happen on the 27th of July 2018. However, you should have to be aware that 2 weeks prior and 2 weeks after this total lunar eclipse, we will have two solar eclipses because the sun will be very close to the north node of the moon Rahu. And those two eclipses will be partial, that's true. However, I've noticed that they will have some very strong influences and they will uh, be the announcement for some major changes in the lives of many people. So I've decided to do the separate video about the both partial solar eclipses, and 1 week later I will do the total lunar eclipse. Don't worry, we will cover all three eclipses of this summer. Right now, this first solar eclipse, which is partial, this means that sun and moon will be together, but they will be a bit away from the north node of the moon Rahu. And if you don't know this, I made a separate video about astronomical indications about eclipses and so on, where the sun is, where the moon is, where this, and how the alignment goes, and da da da. So you can find this video in my archive. For now, you also have to be aware that I'm doing the Western astrology or tropical astrology type of predictions. So in my case, in the Western astrology, this north node of the moon Rahu will be on the 639 degrees of the sign of Leo. This is the 7th degree of the sign of Leo, and the sun and the moon will be on the 20th degree. 2055 moon will cross over because the moon is way faster. 21st degree of the sign of Cancer. So on this 13th of July, we will have this partial eclipse. Sun will be just partially eclipsed by the moon, crossing here, and this could be seen in the southern parts below Australia, so below Sydney and Melbourne. until the beginning of the land Antarctica, south pole of this earth. So this little piece of the earth will have the chance to see directly this partial solar eclipse, which means that if you are a whale traveling through this area, you could have some marital problems or something like that. Or you are the captain of the great ship which transports the oil, or I don't know, the wheat or something like that, and you are on the ship and you have your natal sun placed at the end degrees of the sign of Cancer. This will impact you greatly. However, if you are not a whale and if you are not the captain of the ship, of the member or the member of the crew, I have the problem with those hairs here, and I hate it, but I have to do it. So let's do this. What are the major aspects? Can you remember the things which happened around Yes, darling, what do you need? Y- yes, darling, I will give you. Is this urgent? I have my daughter. Just a moment. Just a second. Eclipse season, I told you. If the grandmother calls, you answer the phone. I'm working. Bye. What do you need more? No, I won't cut this. Just close the door after. So this is the eclipse season. She's out right now. This was my daughter. Okay, I'm seeing two major aspects going on for this partial solar eclipse, and this sun and moon are on the last decade of the sign of Cancer. Can you remember the events from 2011? Can you remember what happened in that period of your life? And can you remember what happened in the 2012 around the summer months? Something will resound with those events and those changes you took or didn't took, decision you made in that time frame of your life. And on the other side, what I wanted to tell you, so this sun and moon will make direct opposition with the Pluto in the sign of Capricorn. So the greatest tension will be between the signs of Cancer and Capricorn, and this could mean Pluto in the sign of Capricorn could indicate some sort of the earthquakes, troubles with the mountains, not just volcanoes, but earthquakes, great movings of the land masses, and so on and so on, problems with mining technology and so on. But on the other side, this is Cancer is the father, Moon is the mother. This is the great trouble between the mother and the father, and on the other side, this is the great trouble between the authority, meaning the government, meaning the great companies, industrial systems on one side, and the family on the other side. So the father and mother, especially females, could have some great troubles related to this eclipse, and I have to tell you that this eclipse would last for 3.5 hours in total, and approximately 3.5 hours. And this means that you will feel the changes during the next 3.5 years of your life. So if this eclipse impacts any sensitive point in your chart, you will slowly but surely have to get to make a decision to get rid of some old ideas, people, thoughts, things, issues, and so on, and to open the space for the new people, new thoughts, new ideas, new circumstances, and so on. This could be a painful process in the beginning, but you will have to do it. This is what is life all about. On the other side, we have very prominent retrograde Mars in this eclipse, and this Mars is placed right on the south node of the moon K2, and this Mars will play a major role 2 weeks after, when we have a total lunar eclipse. However, in this partial solar eclipse, this is the second line of tension, Aquarius and Leo, because Rahu is in Leo and Ketu. Rahu is the north node of the moon and Ketu is the south node of the moon, together with the planet Mars. And this means this is generally the tension between the people and the ruling class, political figures, royal families, and so on. But this Mars is headless in this situation, and this could announce many types of violence, terroristic actions, aggressions. Uh, Mishaps, many people dying from some sort, I don't know, earthquake, and the building is crashing down and many people are getting killed. And this will all happen in the urban areas, not in the wilderness, not in the nature, not in the open. This might happen in urban environment. So take care. These are the two strongest lines of tensions. So family against great corporations, or against government, and people against rulers, and this could mean a revolution in many places of this planet, but luckily this is happening below Australia and above south pole of the this earth, so this could pass unnoticeable, except in the way you are convinced that there is this Noah Schwabeland. I made the past eclipse video announcing the political changes in Noah Schwabeland. This is the mythical country which was founded after the Second World War, when the Nazis ran away from Europe and then made underground cities and their government underneath the south pole of the moon, of the earth. So underneath Antarctica. So if you believe this, I could say that there could be some political turnarounds in Noah Schwabeland. But for now, to stop joking, great cities are in danger. Younger men who are not thinking clearly, men who are together in demonstrations, or they are organized as criminal groups or terroristic group, will make all sorts of mess. If we have in mind that this node is on 639 Leo, and this sun and moon are on 20, then we have to count 16 degrees in 16 weeks or 16 months. There could be a great troubles with the people. People will suffer because the moon is people, and the moon are women, older women, mothers, and the moon represent small children, babies especially. So they could all suffer from some sort of the headless ideas and actions and everything. On the other side, we have this Jupiter squaring Mercury, and Jupiter squaring Mars, and Mars squaring Uranus. This is not enough money, not enough means, quarrels, verbal fights, aggression, horrible situation. Great thing which is happening throughout this eclipse is this great Earth trine between the planets Saturn, Uranus, and Venus. This is something beautiful related to the architecture, to the agriculture, to the art, sculpting. Someone is making something materialistic but beautiful, innovative ideas. Someone is thinking, someone is calculating, someone is making money out of all of this mess, but on the stable ground, on material basis. On the other hand, we have this grand trine between Jupiter, Neptune, and this Sun and Moon in Cancer. Neptune is in Pisces and Jupiter is in Scorpio. For creative people, this is great artistic talent. Great songs are being made, movies, paintings, videos, films, and so on. Someone is writing the most beautiful love poem of all times right now, or the person who will sing the most beautiful things will be born in those days right now. But for many other, and this also means the breakthroughs in the fields of medicine, chemicals, pharmaceuticals, and so on. However, for many other people, this will mean the end of doing drugs, and for many other people, this will be returning to doing drugs, because if you are not creative and you have this great trine prominent in your chart, or affecting your chart right now in the prominent way, this could mean that instead of diving into the world of arts or into the world of science like medical and chemical sciences, you will dive into the world of illegal substances. So, and you won't come up on the surface with it. Be very careful. It's better to sing with the most awful voice you have, or to write the garbage, or to paint the garbage, or to do any sort of the art in the garbage way, than to do illegal substances, because trust me, we have great amounts of cases here of very young people, teenagers, who are dying right now because we have the series of some sort of the drugs which is not produced right, and it's on the market, on the streets, and kids are taking this and dying like flies. Uh, don't be involved in this, and don't be so stupid. Be straight and be good, and use this trine. This trine is also great for people who are producing alcohol, doing with the oils, with the liquids, with beverages. Someone is making a fortune right now with I don't know, some type of the liquor, or the juice, or something like that. Someone is using this liquidy energy to do something good and to make the money at the same way. So why don't you be that person? Don't be on the wrong side of this trine. Use it in the most appropriate manner. So let's do the signs first. Cancers, because you are the first who are going through all of this. Oh, no, no, no. I forgot this Mars here in opposition with Rahu. You will now, in the next few months, you will get some great glimpses about the things which will come around 2020 and 2021, and those changes will be grand changes in your life. But now you'll have the glimpses and announcement, and you will know you are moving there, or you are not moving there, you're going there. So this is very decisive time for you. Cancers, I'm dying, I don't have enough money, I have great expenses, I feel bad, awful. But I will come to some new ideas, and I will find some sort of the inspiration, either in some sort of the additional education, or I will go to the mountains, to some church, temple, and something, and then I will find relief for my pain. Or I will go somewhere and I will find someone coming from the foreign lands, and this person will help me greatly first of all related to my finances, and then secondly related to anything else in my life. So do this. Decisive times for Cancers. The same goes for the Capricorns, but I will do them separately. Leos, everything is boiling, 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 and it will explode, but not just right now, but you have the inner feeling that things are done and you have to move, you have to change something, and this change will come. On the other hand, this is the strong promise of the good financial state you will go through in the next 3.5 years. Virgos, you will have monetary problems, and at the same time, just a moment, you'll have some problems with the friends. You could have some great problems with your children and their education, and you will have to move very wisely when it comes to your children or when it comes to your love life, because this chart also describes very stable love life for you, coming to you in the course of the next 3.5 years. Libras. Libras, changes in your career. Now it's beginning at last, and now you will have to prepare yourself for the next almost 2 years. That there could be frequent ups and downs. You could change your position. There could be changes of your superiors, and so on and so on. At the same time, some horrible energies regarding your home, your family of origin, your mother, and so on. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself, prepare yourself. You could be way better to use this time right now to calculate your options and your exits, your investments, and so on. Just don't just feel the feeling, make the calculation first. This is nothing bad, this is okay, and you will do fine. I have to be fast. Scorpios, announcement of the crash coming to you in the next 2 weeks, so be very, very careful. For many of you, possible divorces, for others, changes in the home, changes in the career, and so on. For Sagittarius is you are protected with this eclipse right now, but on the other side, some changes in your investments. Be very careful in the traffic. For Capricorns, the same as the Cancers, but now you have great expenses regarding money, and you are so annoyed with this other side. This could be your spouse or your business partner, who is not listening to you at all, and who is all over the feelings and so on, not in the real world, and you had it enough. Um, um, Aquarius is headless. Many of you I know have great problems with your face, scars, teeth, jaws, and so on. Don't do anything dental right now during the month of July. Skip it, skip it, skip it. On the other side, some grand things are going with your money and your position, but you are headless. You cannot notice anything. You will see through your eyes, but during the total lunar eclipse. Pisces, grand things if you are not doing drugs. On the other side, some changes in your love life. This is announcing some frequent changes in the next 2 years, or changes regarding your children. There could be some problems with your health, especially heart. Aries is good things for your money. This eclipse is affecting your fourth house, motherly figure, home, family of origin, and so on, and your career. You are torn between those two things, and you won't make the good decision right now. You will make it by the beginning of September, but the consequences will last for the next 3.5 years. Taurus says you are good, you are fine. No, 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 you are not good. There could be the end of friendship. Take care when you are in the traffic, and then at the same time, take care. This headless Mars or those Marses could. Harm you in the physical way. Don't get into any type of quarrels or fights with guys on the streets, and you will do fine. And don't show your superiority anywhere. Just go. Protect yourself. Go. Bye, bye, bye. And Gemini, the lack of funds, you don't know where you are heading, but the great changes are announcing right now in the your financial area and the area of your investments. If you are doing some sort of the cryptos and so on right now, don't. The answer is no, no, no. On the other side is Mars in the 8th house. The answer is no, no, no. Just go to sleep. Everything will be fine in the next 3 weeks. Right now, no. This was the partial solar eclipse for the 13th of July of 2018, and I will see you in the next video for the total lunar eclipse. So I hope this helped you a bit. Love you all and see you in the next video. This was your astrologer Kira. Bye.